is a lovely hand. They get a free draw there. Potentially. Ooh, we both get a draw. Don't Red Guardian me. Oh, I have priority. God bless. I think it's this. This insulates us in the center from a Red Guardian down the line. This will give me a copy of Kahhori and a copy of Hawkeye, which means on the last turn I can play a Snow Guard card, a copied Hawkeye, and a copied Kahhori. The snap's a little late. I should have. I think I should have snapped on the Collector Quinjet turn. Should Victoria somewhere else to avoid Shang? Yeah, probably. That's a good shout. Probably put her on the left. Man, no bots. The 90s are gonna take a while, huh? People tighten up how they retreat here. It's gonna take a long time to get to 100 one cube at a time. Am I gonna put boosters into Kahhori? I am. I like her. We'll level her up in the shop eventually and play on this one. Is there a link to Jeff's meta breakdown? I will have an updated meta report probably Saturday, late Friday, Saturday morning. I'll probably do one before bed tomorrow night. You can find the most recent one from last weekend on the Hooglandia Snap channel, but nothing in the new season yet. I think I get Surge going rather than Zabu to start. If Surge hits a 4, we draw next turn, it's just more resource efficient. We snap, yeah. That makes things more complicated, but it's probably still fine. It's actually just gonna be Marvel Retreat the whole way through, huh? That's so funny. Gosh, at this rate, it's gonna take longer to get back to Infinite than it takes to get to Masters in Pokemon. I praised Snap for having a reasonable ladder system in previous seasons because it didn't take that long, but with the rate this has been going, holy. I'm not even like being a bully. We just keep having like really good proactive draws, right? Yeah, sweet. Alright, we're gonna give up all of those cubes we just made here in 20 minutes. Made 8 cubes over the last 8 games. We're gonna lose 8 in this one. There's Ready. Come and get it. Life's a batch and then you die. Yep. We explicitly avoided playing on the right here. That's the place the dagger was most likely to move to for the Kunlun bonus. Double acid arrow right. You are very bad. Absolutely not. Now, this other acid arrow could screw them up somewhere. It'll be positive for you if you don't keep it. Yeah, that's true too, actually. They left. Yeah. How many points am I putting on in the last turn of the game? So I'm adding 2 Victorias. So these are 6. These are each 10. This Victoria is 9. And then I'm adding, so this is 10, 29, and then I'm adding 4 more here is 33. I'm adding 37, I'm adding 40, and then if this gets blocked, I still get 6 from it. So we're adding almost 50 points on the board here on this last turn. Do you know when the Surge variant comes out? We don't. But this deck only has 1 tech card. It's true. That's true. It's breaking the rules. Yes, I think that's a good description of Surge. She is a second baby Zabu in a number of decks, I think is an accurate description. I know this seems weird to go this Kate before Collector, but Kate's arrows letting me play on curve here has a lot of value. Want to try and make sure we don't brick a draw until after we have Luke safely in hand. I assume the not having a variance on the first day is a temporary growing pain of our new system. I would be very surprised if long-term they don't reintroduce a way to get variance on the first day again. Yeah, I think without Luke we have to go here. I'm not staying for 4. It's a shame we don't have Luke, because Luke would probably savage them. Excuse me. Do you recommend getting Surge? I think Surge is a super sweet and fun card that goes into a lot of decks. Reasonable power level as well. I will say, however, as someone who's looking through a lot of decks on Untapped, I think Surge is currently being played in a lot of what I would call content creator specials, where basically she doesn't belong. Like, people are just putting her in there in decks that are good decks where she's, like, hindering more than helping. The recipe for a Surge deck, generally speaking, is you want your deck to be cards that cost 4 or less, and you want them to be ones that you're happy to play out proactively. That description fits a few things. It doesn't fit everything that people are shoving her in right now. Did they get rid of the bots lanes? I have not. I don't think I've seen any bots in the 90s this season yet. Maybe when I hit a really bad losing streak. I don't recall exactly. We'd love to draw 1 here. That's perfect. I'm going to put my Victoria hand into the path with Surge, so that way she can't be Red Guardianed. Just got Surge, you can try your Bounceless. It's super fun, and it makes Bounce better, but I don't think Bounce is very good right now for what it's worth. I think I'm gonna stay speculatively, but this hand does really need a copy of Kate Bishop or Moon Girl, or Mirage or Snow Guard. We have 4 good decent draws out of 6, but I need more created cards. If we draw Luke or Quinjet, I'm gonna be pretty sad. Moon Girl would be a slam dunk. Snapping the Mobius in a game where we're both playing to feast is quite the choice. That's a funny one to me. I'm not gonna have time to play out Kahhori's after I Moon Girl, so I think I just play the Kahhori now as a 4/10. Would you mind telling us decks that fit that description? Well, like the current one I have is a good example. I do a weekly decks roundup on the youtube.com/Oglandia Snap channel, where you'll be able to get my thoughts on some things over there. Well, that's lovely, yes. Actually, do I play here to guarantee I have 7 energy next turn? I think I want to guarantee I have 7 energy next turn, right? They might not play to here. Because I want to be able to go Victoria, Victoria, plus a 3. This locks me into some points on the left, but that's enough points probably. Perfect. And again, like, I really want to emphasize this. Look at the points we're about to put into play this game. This is a game where they Mobiused my Surge, and I only ever gained 1 extra energy back from her. And I'm on the last turn of the game here, I'm dropping 9, 9, 10, and adding another 4 here. So I'm dropping 33 points on the last turn of this game. I don't think I need to put more points over here, right? I'd rather hedge these two. I could trade this 10 for a 4 to add 2 more points here. But their Thanos is only 12, and they've already played Mockingbird, and if they move this, it's only 13, so we're tying. I think I just dropped these. Oh, shoot. I forgot about Sam. So we're losing the left to Thanos. If they Thanos there, I win the right, though, yeah? The center and the right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. So long as Reality Stone doesn't screw us. Cool. Yeah, so none of their sequence of Thanos and Stones won the game there. Part of me wonders how much worse this deck will be when my opponents are better at counting. Because, like, this was heads-up information, right? Like, my opponent knew that they knew I had Victoria from the Frigga, and they knew I had 2 of them from the Moon Girl if they're paying attention. I was playing some Victoria Wiccan in Ranked, and it felt very good. Victoria Frigga is a core of cards you can play in a lot of different permutations. Hi, Haley girl.
Look, I go for music class.
You got something for music class? What are those called?
I forgot.
You forgot? They're pretty fun. I like your bluey dress. Is that new?
Yeah, my mom got it for me.
Your mom got it for you, lucky girl.
I'm so excited for Camp House Day. Because the Camp House means Mother's Day.
Camp House does mean Mother's Day. We're going to the Camp House this weekend.
Day, look.
What?
On my knee, it's on.
Oh, it's on your knee? Oh, it's getting better. That's good.
And Mommy took my Band-Aid.
She did take your Band-Aids off.
Well, the one that was on this knee, the bleed. This one, the knee, this knee is better than this one.
That's good.
Snippity clip, clip, clop.
Those are fun, and I bet aren't going to be annoying at all. Did you show them to your brothers yet?
No. Well, I only showed them to Jake.
Okay, you should show them to Declan, okay?
Wait, I
What?
love you.
I love you too.
Daddy, do you know these can go quiet or loud?
Oh, quiet or loud, okay.
So if you want them quiet, they can go.
Oh.
But this is how we do quiet. Slowly. See? See, that's not even distracting you?
No, that's good. Speaking of distracted, I think, are they called castanets?
Yep.
Chat thinks they're called castanets. Is chat right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, throw them a bone every once in a while.
Snip clappers, and you have to put this one.
Oh, on your fingers so they don't fall off. That's smart.
Yeah. Snip. But loud distracts you.
Yeah. Why don't you go show Declan how loud they can be, okay?
Okay. Wow, wow, wow. I can get the door open easy with the snip clapper.
Oh, toddlers. Lucas! Lucas! To me, Lucas! Oh my. Oh me, oh my. The Zabu actually doesn't do anything. I don't have any fours left in my deck. Luke heard my call, chat. He's like, to me, in. Okay, so the Malekith build should mean that they're not playing... The Malekith build should mean that they're not playing Abomination. Actually, I'm not going to have time to play another Kahhori, right? So I want to Frigga before I Kahhori, so that way this Kahhori is worth one more point. I wonder if they had other threes and they don't know that I have their Luke Cage for sure. Oh, what's my best straw here? Snowguard? Snowguard lets me put cards in my hand. So that way my Kahhori's bigger. How do I lose this? Their Ajax goes to nothing on the right. I can get, like, Eliath out of my Luke Cage? These decks never play Eliath, though, right? Just, like, ever? They must have had another card in hand and not known we were gonna get their Luke Cage, right? It's the only explanation. There must have been a different possibility for Mirage to get, but I also Miraged them twice, right? So unless their hand was like 6 3-drops, like the odds of us having their Luke here were super high. Still, yeah, just even the remote chance of me having a Luke makes their snap there truly mind-boggling. I'm only half watching, but every time I look at the screen, Luke is winning the game. He's genuine, like, it's funny to me how much lower his play rate is than the other tech cards, because he's genuinely the best tech card in the game. Jarvis, clip the boomer stat. That was their username. You're assuming your opponent is paying attention to your side. That's probably true, Prevy. They were probably just hanging out pushing buttons and they snapped because their hand was good. That is almost assuredly what was going on there. Just like their draw was good, so they snapped. The opponent is playing what's likely the Spectrum build of Thanos with Ant-Man on the board here. If they raise the stakes, I think we leave, but... Because, like, our hand's fine, but not amazing. We can play a game. I think this is a fine snap from the opponent, but I'm also just not remotely in a position where I can stay. I can play, I would play Luke to the right there to have Red Guardian cover better. So actually the opposite, Dilsky, I want to play Luke to the left here because Luke doesn't have a ton of value against Thanos other than mitigating location variance. So putting the Luke on the left lets him insulate Collector against an opposing Red Guardian. So I think I want to play Luke to the left because I want Collector to not get Red Guardians as opposed to Luke being safe. That's not a matchup where Luke is important to protect. We are not a very good Project Pegasus deck unless we have Moon Girl in our opener. I think I'm playing nothing else. I think I'm playing nothing else.
I'm about to juice this up.
Before anybody asks, Snowguard's Hawk does not turn off Nexus at the end of the game before points are calculated. We are not great at contesting the Nexus in general, though, with this deck. This deck is really good at spreading points out. 10 points, so probably a Kahhori in our top few here. They have a very cheap Scar. Yeah. That was gonna happen one way or another. What was that snap? That was don't take too long. That was a foregone conclusion snap. Again, do not Snow Guard on one with this deck in most situations. You want to be able to manage your hand size and control Watch your moon girling more cleanly. Also, snow guarding later in the game can give you extra value with Kahhori or Collector potentially. Yeah, Dochimo, just mute and close the stream. You should never feel like you need to bounce out. I guess that you don't like watch my hand while we play, but nothing wrong with playing a game. Gosh, what an awkward set of locations. I guess Snow Guard can kind of save us, yeah? Captain Carter means our, what's it called? Killmonger danger alert is up. Most common Carter deck is Surfer decks, or Killmonger decks. Bifrost slides in order, so Collector will go center here. I was just about to say, do we ever let the arc happen? And, like, do this, and then, like, Victoria Kahhori on the last turn? Absolutely maximally punished. GG.
Escaped.
Can we win that if we don't be greedy? Maybe. It's tough because it opens everything for both players. I think I'm happy with my play. It'll be close. It'll be close at the end. People, I've been asked a few times what I think about Surfer in the current metagame, and really, I don't think Surfer's that. It sounds weird to say, but I actually don't think Surfer's that different from Thanos in the current metagame, because it's kind of just tech card mush with a different coat of paint.
Opponent snapped.
I'm rethinking where I want this. I'm definitely staying. My hand's fine. Insert Spider-Man meme here. Looking for a Victoria here, or a Frigga. Man, I have Luke Cage's a live draw here still too.
Snap.
Are you not doing pocket stuff anymore? It's so funny to me how no matter what game you play, if you're like not currently playing the game people want to see you play, they're like, oh my god, did you quit? Do you not play video game anymore? Why don't you play video game anymore, Jeff? Don't you love video game? Bro, I'm just curious. Bro, I posted 2 Pokemon Pocket YouTube videos today and 2 yesterday. And I've live streamed it like, I don't know, 40 hours in the last week. I haven't seen... you're not eating right now. Do you still consume food? Yeah, asking the real questions. That's close. I kind of want to play for this energy here. And then this lets me do these 3 on the last turn. We've never seen your feet. Do they exist? Again, asking these questions. They're really important questions to ask. I cut myself off my Surge draw with this line, but I get an energy, so I think it's worthwhile. Snap Keep. Thank you for the over 4 years. Welcome back. That's fine. We get their Surge card, which is lovely. Okay, so I want to put my 2 smallest ones here because I want to compete the least for here and just keep them honest. Does that mean I want to put Victoria hand up last? Oh, I can snow guard twice. Sure can. All right, that's the line then. That's the line. I forgot we could snow guard twice. Good call out. Joaquin Torres doesn't have text chat. Oh, am I supposed to put Kahhori on the right? I get like shanked in the middle or something to be real sad here. Oh. God damn it. Yeah, I guess I should know they're playing the Killmonger build because they're playing Misery. Yeah, that's on me. I should know that's in their output range. I don't have agent. I don't have any agency to play around that, right? Other than retreating. It's such a shame we got fucked by location variance. If the center is anything other than Mojo World, basically, we win the game. There was a different one other than the one I played here, so I couldn't play around this. Damn. Like we've been saying, play a bunch of cards that break your opponent's stuff. That's what makes the Thanos deck good. Actual Thanos stuff is really pretty mediocre, but play 5 or 6 cards that destroy what your opponent's doing and you'll win plenty of games. My favorite part about this deck being sweet is I won't really have to play many mirror matches because sane people didn't buy Kahhori. I want to snap because my hand is good, but against Agony, they could be some kind of combo deck, and I don't know that my hand is good enough into a good combo deck draw. I did nothing on 3. I'm going to push the button. Alright, that's the scary part. Let's lose another 8-cuber, huh? Definitely a combo deck.
I'm about to juice this up.
Snowguard, potential to be our saving grace here. I'm not gonna play her out till next turn though, because I would like to draw a copy of Kate Bishop or Frigga given the option. I also want to conceal the fact that I'm gonna be able to get rid of Limbo for as long as possible. Do I need the extra energy next turn? Does 8 do anything for me? I don't think so. I could do this. And then next turn I have 8, and I go Victoria, Hawk, Luke. Yeah. They did nothing. Well, this Snowguard's gonna super punish that. Yeah, good night. Snowguard is every time I play with Snowguard chat, it's just like, she's so good. Why is she so good? If you're enjoying this deck, don't go anywhere. We're gonna rock some more of it when we get back through the 90s. This deck is everything I love about Marvel Snap. We take a pause for the cause to let some adverts roll in the meantime, in between time. Don't go anywhere. She's so lovely. This is a viewer deck submission, by the way. I don't think we changed a single card from what was originally submitted. Maybe one card? I don't remember. I think this might be the straight 12 a viewer sent in. It was really good earlier today, and it's feeling real good again now. I've been playing the Circe deck from earlier. I've had her for forever and didn't know how much fun she was. She's a very sweet card, for sure. For sure. You know, it's funny. Earlier, someone made the joke that our deck only has one tech card in it, but Snowguard's kind of a tech card. She's a anti-magic card. Kahhori splits do I have? Probably not many, right? Actually, only one. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I have to imagine we're going to play this one on the regular. Yes, even Bear. Bear could do some tricks. I wouldn't call Bear a tech card because it plays into the locations as opposed to your opponent's stuff, but it does very tricky stuff. We were like, okay, this card wins me the game here. Due to how the things have lined up. The raw density of tech cards in Marvel Snap is at an all-time high right now, for sure. For sure, for sure. You're chasing a gold split on Surge. We had some Hoaglandia whales sponsor some splitting sessions for us, and we missed horribly. And put like 150 bucks into Surge and missed on gold. That Esme has the copper background. That's what I use when I hit it. And if I don't have gold on the card, same with her as the copper. It fits in all right with the golds.
Hey, you found a rook.
Found a rock. Hey, put a 1-2 in my deck. Thanks, opponent.
Oh, snap.
No, we haven't inked or gold on Surge yet. It's unfortunate. Okay, so we're both gonna have plenty of power forever. Are they playing Ronin? They must be. Yeah, both Victoria Hand and Kahhori get extra points into the left. I think I want to leave room to put... They're snapping me back. I think it's this. The worst part about this master roll is they're making you play these splits on Sentinel. That's true. Big true. I'm not expecting to get clogged out of them. And a lot of the Darkhawk builds don't play Maximus. You're late, Frigga. So their Ronin's going to lose 6, and I'm going to gain 8. So I'm technically winning the left tier. And I have a lot of points in the center. I'm only going to 15 on the right. A Maximus could get us here because I didn't hedge the right. I probably should have hedged the right. The grapple arrow should have gone right. I messed up. The grapple arrow would be 7 on the right versus 4. They just weren't expecting to lose left. One of your dolphins wants you to spin Surge one more time. Thank you, Niv. Sneaky. Not only sneaky Victoria, but sneaky Victoria with their Mystique. I think that's one of the reasons why I love this deck and why it has good cube equity. And Kahhori honestly leans into it too, is Victoria and Kahhori both getting points into locations that you're full on make people snap in spots where they're not actually as ahead as they think they are. Yeah, Mirage continues to be an absolute killer. I think she's unironically the best 2 energy hand generator. Thank you, Niv. Purple looks real good. I don't love the tone flare in general, but a purple would be top tier with her character for sure.
Mastery.
Better than Kate. Ooh, that's true. I forgot Kate's there. No, yeah, Kate's the best. She's number 2 behind Kate. She's number 2 behind Kate. I think we'll leave the flare because the colors complement. Gorgeous. Gorgeous! Thank you for sponsoring, Niv. Thank you for sponsoring. You know, it's funny. I took notes and wrote down I was going to post the highlight with this deck that we played through Conquest, but maybe we'll just post 2 and I'll spread them out a week. They've only donated for 1 more because you only need 1 more. Accurate. Oh, goodness me. I really need to figure out why this stupid Stream Elements doesn't update. There was a tip for a viewer deck almost an hour ago, it says. And nobody said anything. All right, I have to... We can play that after this game. All right, maybe we'll play a Solidex ad break and we'll play that after that. Oh, we just took an ad break. We'll see. Maybe we'll play this till we have another really good game. We'll do that. It's a snappable hand, absolutely. Good shout. Dr. Shoebill, thank you for the prime. Next turn we get to go Collector. Next turn we get to go Collector, Cape Bishop. Just kind of insane. Enjoy your 1/5 Collector. Okay, now we go Collector, Victoria hand, and then we Frigga the Victoria hand. And then the final turn is Kate, Victoria. Yeah. And if the top card of our deck is one of our 1-drops, we can play that alongside Frigga through the Dream Dimension next turn. Actually, do I wait on this so it's a surprise? I wait on this so it's a surprise, right? Because it'll be free next turn. Yeah. So yeah. These are each 9, so I'm getting 8. I'm getting 21 in the center. And then these are both created, so I'm adding 8, 11 here, 12, 13 here, 14, 15 here. Watch them like juggernaut me here, thinking they could kick me out. It doesn't matter. This deck is so gross.
Victory.
It's the oh no so anyways deck. Yeah, basically. Like we get kicked 6 different ways from Sunday, and we just like power through it no problem. Because you just spread points in so many different ways. Nutty. I'm gonna keep upgrading her so we can. I want Gold Crackle on Surge eventually, I think.
Frame break.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I have any changes to make for this. This is card for card what we played earlier today, and it felt really good and clean and powerful doing things like that in all of the games we played earlier too, pretty much, and I wouldn't change anything again. I think my biggest takeaway is Kahhori's a card that when I first played with her, I was like, feels so close. And the games where you got to Zabu her or Quinjet her down to 3 felt really good. And this is a deck where Surge is a third way to get her down to 3 consistently, and she's so potent when you get that little bit of extra efficiency on her. And I think this deck felt good in this really tech card heavy metagame that we exist in, because you're not just into Killmonger, you're not just into Shang-Chi, because your stats like Victoria and Kahhori are spreading out over the board. You have such good cube equity because you have things like Snow Guard and Luke Cage as blowouts, but you also have the ability to add extra points to location that you look like you're locked in. This was super, super, super great. Loved it.